Okay.
6 o'clock, everybody. Start the meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everybody. We have a packed meeting, so we're gonna get moving along. There's some people here that I don't know, and maybe people that don't know us, so we're gonna go around and say who we are and our role.
Katie Lang. I work at Quick Center for the Arts. I'm a commissioner, and I also am serving on the
Cultural District
Advisory Board.
Kevin Goslin, commission member.
You don't want to say anything else, Kevin?
Not much. I'm a writer and currently work to Save the Children.
I'm a human. I'm part of FTC and Nikki today, and I'm Hi, I'm Courtney Radosevich. I am the Marketing, Communications, and Events Coordinator at the Connecticut Audubon, along with.
And I'm Matthew Wilson. I'm the curator at the Birdcraft Museum in Connecticut Audubon.
Beverly Bell is president of the Fairfield Chamber of Commerce and on the advisory committee.
I'm Lori Bloom. I am here to present an idea for a mural. I'm an artist and many other things. So. I don't know where to go with it.
So many places. I'm Sam Goldstein. I'm a commissioner here. I'm also directing the Artistic Visions Challenge. I also have a laundry list of things that I have done and will do. So we're not going to do that now, but drinks, we can certainly do that. I'm good. Unless you want me to go on, I can. You know that.
I know. Connor Dean, commissioner and executive director of Black Rock Theater.
Charlie McDonald, I'm the current chair of the commission. I'm affiliated with FTC. No operation, hopefully you know me from. We just had a picture the other day that was posted by Brenda about 10 years ago when we were getting ready to open up the warehouse. We're all in there.
Oh, really? Were we waving to everyone?
Yeah, about the warehouse.
Mark Barnhart, Director of Community Economic Development and staff to the Affordable to the Arts Commission. Also Economic Development Commission. Also
All of the above.
and David Bressler is joining us online. Here comes Christina Orlando.
Christine's also a commission member.
Is following online and in the room. This meeting is being recorded
For me.
posterity.
Yeah.
Thank you all for joining.
Okay, we're gonna go right on to the approval of the minutes. Everybody received the minutes. Do I have a motion to accept the minutes?
I motion.
Sam, second. All in favor? Anybody opposed? None? Okay, great. We're going right on to the guest presentation, Courtney and Matt. Matthew. Right. Matthew, what's your last name? Wilson? Wilson. That's what you said.
All right. So I just want to talk about I don't know what Courtney's already told you, but the Birdcraft Museum, which is a good 3-minute drive from here, is as of September 21st reopened. And we want to make it a community space for a whole bunch of things. We're primarily a sanctuary, and obviously the Connecticut Audubon, we're a bunch of conservationists. But I want to talk just real briefly about the kind of link between conservation and the arts. It's existed for a really long time in this country. It's existed at Birdcraft since its inception, and we hope it's going to exist into the future. So this lady and her dog, it's Mabel Osgood Wright. She's an extraordinary woman. If you haven't read about her, you should. She founded the Birdcraft Museum or the Birdcraft Sanctuary in 1914 after seeing a play in New Hampshire. The play was about a market hunter, a bird hunter, who had a come to Jesus moment and became a conservationist. This play touched Mabel Osgood Wright so deeply that she just thought she wanted to build a sanctuary here in Connecticut. And so with funding from a friend of hers, she bought this little, well, it was originally 10 acres and then they put I-95 through it. But this original plot of land as a songbird sanctuary is one of the first private songbird sanctuaries in the country. This was really early conservation stuff. And I just think it was cool that she was,
We'll on the end.
Sure you wanna come here?
Uh,
Here.
No, this is.
He's got his little.
Yeah, so this is the museum now. It's on the National Register of Historic Places. It's not a big place, but it's got enough room to do events for, well, our opening event had 125 people coming, so we can accommodate, you know, big groups and small groups. The museum, before it closed about 15 years ago, had these murals all around the interior of it with stuffed taxidermied birds in front of them. Some people
Yeah.
remember it very fondly. And that closed, and we have recently reopened, and now it looks like this. So it's a bit brighter and a bit more open and a bit more flexible in terms of the space that we have.
Did you have a local architect do this?
I did it.
Did you really?
The interior of the building was actually done by one of our board members. So he was responsible for the ceiling, but I built the exhibit furniture in the museum and installed the collection. And so we're considering the museum now as a backdrop for all the programming we want to do. And there's a lot of stuff about kind of straight up conservation, but there's a lot of ways in which the arts mix into that equation. One of the events that we have coming up in the summer is going to be an expo of bird carvings, stuck decoy carvings. This is an antique original, but contemporary bird carvings like this one have kind of evolved from utilitarian objects into their own art form. We've actually got a couple of contemporary artists who are doing a sort of didactic piece about conservation and species extinction done in the vernacular of these carvings. They're gonna bring their work to Birdcraft and talk about that in August. Meanwhile, we're doing a bunch of programming for kids, and I kind of want programming for kids. It's the opposite of screen time. So we do a lot of arts and crafts, and we learn about birds. And so we've done a couple of projects where we built our own little pecking woodpecker and painted him and learned about woodpecker facts. And in March, we're going to be doing build our own rolling wood duck, and we're going to be learning some facts about Connecticut's most colorful duck. And the kids have participated in the program. They like it. Their parents like it. We're thinking about doing something. We know that the Fairfield Make Music Day is coming up. We have a gorgeous patio open space in front of our museum. And during our opening, we actually had a quartet come in and play on our deck, and the guests were down on our patio. So there was a great opportunity to have music in that space. I don't think it just has to be confined to Make Music Day. I think there could be a nice little informal Jazz Fridays series there or something. But we're working on that. The nice thing is, if we get rained out, we have enough interior space that we have a little bit of flexibility in terms of where we put things. And it's also a place where people are actually making art. We had a person, one of our board members, coming in today and drawing from our collection. We've got a group from Fairfield University's vertebrate biology class coming in early April to do practice field drawings from our collection. So again, it's a sort of art and science, the benefit of artistic observation as a way of understanding the natural world. And that theme is just gonna keep being iterated throughout our programming. So I hope you'll all keep in touch and be a part of that.
So we're looking at a sandpiper.
Red-breasted, buff-breasted sandpiper.
That's right.
That was really good. That's Connecticut's most colorful duck.
The wood
Wood
duck.
duck, absolutely. I know a lot about birds. I have a parrot at home.
And this is all made from recycled materials.
That's
from
awesome.
One of.
Oh, yeah, I've got a friend who
Yes,
builds
ours,
furniture,
yeah.
up in Litchfield, so it's all, pretty much recycled materials.
Yep.
I got one of those in my backyard. He's been taking out the trees. Now he's working on my garage.
I've got one, I've got one in my house, affiliated, a big guy.
That's
Yeah.
bad.
In your house or near your house?
On my house.
Yeah, they've been taking out my garage.
Constructive.
Give him a year, he'll be in the house.
So let me ask you a question here, Matthew. So it was the sanctuary, but now it's a museum, or the museum's on the sanctuary?
The museum is inside of the
So
sanctuary.
it's still considered a sanctuary?
Yeah, so there's the sanctuary little pond trail. It's a beautiful little outdoor
Yeah.
space. And the museum's inside.
Yeah,
don't know it.
you should come and just walk.
It's just
through
up the
it.
block.
I moved here when it was closed.
When did you move here?
How long has it been closed?
Well, just reopened in September, so.
Yeah, my kids, well, it was open then, but my kids were really young.
Yeah, I've been here 12 years and
Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays from 10 to 3. Come by.
Usually Thursday,
anytime.
Saturday?
Yeah. And then the trails are always open from.
Yeah, that's
From
a
dawn to
great-
dusk,
Dawn to
365.
The trail, it's on,
On
Uncle-
Clower
It's
Road.
on Uncle.
yeah.
So
It's
I
right
need,
across from Los
know where it is.
Santos. You can
Oh, I
like,
know where. it
right
is.
across from the train
Yeah,
station.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, you can go get a coffee, walk through there, take a little mindful moment and just stroll. It's really a gorgeous setting.
It's a beautiful place to hang out.
Yeah.
in your marketing and communications, what are you gonna be highlighting? Museum or sanctuary? What's the public?
Honestly,
Plotting
we
for-
have both. I mean, a lot of the marketing right now is geared towards our events. We have a lot of events coming up at the museum, adult programming as well as kid programming. So we're focusing more around that to get people there, but we will be saying Birdcraft Museum and Sanctuary.
Museum and sanctuary, so the museum is gonna be, okay.
Any other questions? Thank you very much for sharing.
that's
We
great.
appreciate your
Presentation.
Huh?
You don't wanna plug the movie?
Oh, yes, sorry. We were so focused on Birdcraft. And if you are around and free this Sunday, we are showing a free screening at FTC, with the help of FTC, called Every Little Thing. It's about, this woman in California who rehabs hummingbirds. And it's it's a great movie.
It's at 4:30. It's free.
Yep.
It's
And-
amazing.
And then we'll have,
Every little thing.
yep, and then we'll have a discussion after with Christine's Critters. She is a local rehabber. She's gonna bring one of her birds to the discussion and just talk about how rehabbing birds really helps the environment and the conservation for our environment. So
No luck getting in touch with Terry?
we're working on it. We're working on it. So yeah.
You're welcome to stick around if you want, and if you don't want to, that's fine too. We're gonna move on with the agenda to Artistic Visions Challenge.
Okay,
Thank you very much.
No, thank you for
Yeah.
your presentation. I know I only have 5 minutes, usually I get 10,
No, you only get 4.
now with 3.
You took a minute of their time.
They took a minute of my time, and now talking about this, I lose a minute. Okay. Artistic Visions Challenge, but we've been getting great responses. I want to thank Mary Alice, Mark, Michelle, anyone who's been helping promote this. It's been terrific. Right now, we have 32 students registered, 33 with a possible 34. We'll
That's amazing.
33, yeah, this is great, okay? So very excited about it. 10 different schools are represented. So very excited about that. Sam C's not here, but he secured the prizes, the prize money, so that's been terrific. We have our collaboration / mixer. I know we'll talk about that in a minute, but our collaboration / mixer on Thursday, February 20th at the Fairfield Museum of History Center, right around the corner here, 6 o'clock to 7:30. Right now, we have about 43 registered. Hopefully we'll have even more come out. Please market this as best as you can. I'd love to see even more people. I know Mark will hate me for that, but because it's light refreshments, now it's gonna get heavier. Okay, but yeah, the more people we get there, the more art community we have coming, networking, building our art community. That's what this is all about, besides the hokey pokey. New dates. I have a list of new dates. I'm sure you guys don't even remember what the old dates were, but that's fine. So I can hand those out for anyone that wants to hear and see the new dates.
Are we making that official yet?
I am.
Okay. So we're pushing back the submittal deadline.
was March 30th.
1st to.
It was actually March first was the submission for at least digital, now March sixth for the digital submission, March 10th, physical submission to the Fairfield Library, that's where we're gonna be showing it, right?
Yes, we've secured space within the Fairfield Public Library for all the artwork being submitted. I'm not sure, we'll have to work out the details.
Oh, no, yeah, I know, there's a lot of ambiguity, which I love ambiguity, because we don't know what we're getting. So we're getting the digital work on the sixth, so that way we can review it and find out exactly what needs to go in the library. There may be a performance, we don't know yet, I don't know, I've been asking around, no one's been telling me anything, anyway. Then the judging, which I'm gonna get to in a minute, judging would be the March 24th to 29th. Now, that's part of what we're looking for, our judges. We would love to have 5 judges and different business professional, conceptual artists, traditional artists, a professor of art, maybe a board member, an art collector. Those are just some of the suggestions, but would love to have 5 diverse people on the judging committee. I've created the check sheet and the scoreboard here for the judging, so I have that done. It's been approved right now by Michelle, which was the big, no, that was the big approval.
Looks good to me.
It looks good to Mark, so I got 2 approvals. Look good here, I got 3 approvals, I'm good. So I have that if anyone's interested, and I'm done.
I think we just need to work on coordination of the public announcement of the revised dates.
Yeah.
So that'll be a press release going out probably after Thursday's collaboration.
Absolutely, yeah.
And we're hoping to stand up the submission portal this week so that we have any of those early birds that are anxious to submit their artwork for our review, they can do so. But we'll hopefully have that up by Friday.
Thank you, Sam, and thank you for putting both of your presentations together so we can move on. Committee updates, marketing and communication. You gotta be able to hear you.
No updates.
No updates.
Yeah, we were actually, also, I think we're finished with all the, we have done spotlight for all the commission members. I think we're now completed with that. I think Sam, you might have been the last one, Sam G. And as we have been doing profiling both artists as well as art vendors now, working that into the.
Any thought
We
about?
spent a lot of time with the Artistic Vision Challenge, trying to get that word out to artists as well as other members of the art community in general, so.
We thought about, I know we talked about designing T-shirts and things of that nature. Are we doing anything on that front? Because we just had the ones the
We
commission.
would definitely like to do that. We have a source locally. I think one of the things we want to do related to the Artistic Vision Challenge is make sure that anyone who submits artwork gets something as an acknowledgement of their submission. So we have something in the works with regard to that. And I think we also talked about having a limited run of Fairfield Arts Commission T-shirts with the logo.
I would love to
people
do
could
that,
buy.
and we could do, yeah,
And we've got
absolutely.
lots of great fun colors that
Yeah,
we can use.
that's what I
Yeah,
mean.
that'd be great.
Just the different colors with the logo,
Great.
keep it big, bold, yeah.
And Lori's here, who actually designed the Artistic Visions logo, so you can always tap her for. I'm pointing to you.
Well, Kevin, thank you for your report.
Yeah, I mean, we'd love to, yeah, let's do it.
We got
You know, let's-
but we got it from you.
Yeah, let's
Well, we
make
also
the shirts,
we're
you
gonna
know?
Press Kevin and Connor into service again with the, we do have to provide a report to the RTM, so.
Yeah,
we can make it.
that's gonna be a beautiful thing. I love going for the RTM. All right, Cultural District Advisory Board. We got our chair, Matt, over here. That's why I took the day off.
We'll have an update next time. We had a preliminary meeting. We're gonna get everything together. Next week is our meeting, right?
Yes, I didn't get to talk to you because it happened today, but the Connecticut Office of the Arts has indicated that they would like to come visit our proposed downtown cultural
Great.
district.
Yay.
on the 11th of March.
11th of March?
11th of March from 10 to 12. So I will coordinate with the advisory board and also any other venues within I'm trying to understand better what their itinerary is. They're going to spend 2 hours, so I'm sure that they want to spend a little bit of time traipsing around a little bit. So I'll talk to Erica down at the Cultural Alliance and figure out what it is that they like to do. And then we'll obviously customize an experience for them.
Yes.
So that,
March 11th time again?
What's that?
Time again? March 11th?
10 to 12 on the 11th of March. I'll let everyone know once we finalize and figure out what the itinerary is.
People will be expected to walk like, what, a mile and a half during this?
Well, there was a question as to why we proposed the boundaries that we did. I think I did respond to it adequately. And I think the Cultural Alliance certainly understood why we had our little bump out to include portions of the Fairfield University campus. So I don't know if we're going to walk the entire, that would be a very brisk walk if they went from one end to the other. I'm sure that they will be more selective in their visit. So
Well, 2 hours.
let
you could
everyone
do-
know.
2 hours, you could do the whole thing.
Well, you can, but I'm sure they have other things.
Refreshment stops.
Maybe we can have 2 different,
Hopefully it will not be as cold as it is today.
Yeah.
So maybe that would be a good.
or snowing in March.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. We're gonna move along to the update on the work plan and budget request.
Okay, so hopefully all of you have covered the references. I hope those of you are around will also attend Thursday. We do have 4 students coming, as well as 14 members of our artist advisory team. So the point of this is not only to provide a mixer to allow artists to mingle with one another and to the commission. Our host, Fairfield Museum and History Center, will also say a few words about what it is they do in their connection to the Auckland cultural scene, as well as their planning around the 250th celebration. But then we also have space for the artists, young student artists, and their advisory team members to get together and get some feedback on where their projects are. This has a dual purpose. In terms of the budget, I know everyone is anxious for this, but we did request $30,000 as part of our budget request for this year, which is a pretty hefty increase from 1,000. But I think it's well justified. And the first meeting will be on the 25th of February at the Board of Selectmen. So I'll keep you posted, Charlie, in case you'd like to be there to address.
Gotta see our politicians, gotta get our money's worth out of them. They expect me to ask for money.
Then from there, we'll go on to the Board of Finance and the RTM. And, hopefully we'll get everything we asked for. So that's my update on the budget and work plan, unless anyone else. I mean, a lot of we put together work plan, but it's obviously very much dependent on funding. So we will have to adjust our work plan based on what we have to work with.
I know other business, we have a mural request, right?
Right. Lori's here to talk about Rise Up, which is an organization, and maybe at some point we could have Rise Up, the folks from Rise Up participate, because we certainly can accommodate them virtually.
So Rise Up for Arts is one of the nonprofits I work for. I work for a bunch of them. So Matt Conway is the director, I guess. They have a board. So same thing. So Matt had gotten in touch with several people prior to, and Mark, I think you were on the email list, to see if we could get a mural up somewhere near the train station. And that kind of, this was a while ago, it fell apart. And now that I'm kind of involved in the visual challenge with the kids, it kind of brought me into this whole thing here. And we're interested in having some sort of mural work done somewhere, whether it relates to the Vision project, where it's one of the kids' murals, or it's a mural somewhere else to start getting some more outside art in Fairfield, which would be great. There's a ton of it in Bridgeport, which is where I've been working mostly, and I'm kind of trying to expand myself to this side now. And so we are interested in collaborating somehow to bring a mural into the area. So I guess we would do most of the funding and all of the pick the artists. Obviously Fairfield artists would be involved in it. And then pick the location, try to get the permit, all the stuff that needs to be done would pretty much be on Rise Up. But we're just looking to get in and start working with the commission to do that, basically.
Have you identified locations?
No, not yet. And we're kind of waiting to see what you guys say, and we usually do everything is obviously through grants and raising funds and all that kind of stuff. So we're looking to see if it's a go or not, and then we'll start looking into places to. I have a couple of ideas in mind personally, but that doesn't mean that it's necessarily gonna happen in those places. I know that there's a vet place that has like a nice big open wall. And then I know that there's also the cigar place, but that's being torn down, I believe, from what I read.
Well, it depends on what happens.
What happens in that spot, but that's a
Well,
great
There
location.
are private as well as public locations that we.
Yeah. So there's a lot of different options for murals. They don't have to necessarily be on buildings. They can be on, like we had the woman that went down and did all that passed away, all the hydrants. So you could do things like that. It doesn't have to be like a gigantic thing. They can be smaller things like mailboxes or like various things, just to get some art into the community. And
Lori, what's the role of the commission in this? Are they helping to identify a theme based on location or helping to identify?
I think it depends on what you guys want to get involved with it. I mean, as much as you can, you know, I mean, if you can give us funding, that's great. If you can't, you know, we'll figure out the funding.
We'll know in about a couple months.
Come over to the RTM meeting and tell them.
If you, it's really up to you guys. Like we can partner just by putting your name on it to get your name out. And then once your name is out, it kind of grows our business and it grows your business. And, you know, it kind of grows everybody, and it makes more awareness of the commission itself anyway. Which to me is important because I am a Fairfield artist, and I think it's very important that we have the commission.
Do you have any experience doing the wraps on the electrical, you know, those electrical boxes? Have you guys ever done those?
The wraps, we paint them, we don't wrap them.
Well, we can't paint them.
So we have something called polytab that you paint on and then you paste it onto the,
So we can, so we're gonna do a pilot very shortly using funds through my office, downtown improvement, to do a demonstration project downtown. But the thought would be to expand that to other utility boxes throughout town, open it up for artists to submit artwork, and we'd have a local company actually produce the vinyl wrap. We can do it with, there's a DOT permit process. They will allow us to do that so long as it doesn't obviously interfere with the functionality of the utility box. It can't be painted, but they will allow it to be vinyl wrapped with customized artwork. So I have seen painted. I don't know how they do it.
You're
but
saying
clearly
you
not
paint
through.
on a material that can be stuck to the box?
Yes.
So you don't have to get it printed on that vinyl.
Okay.
That's better.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to see, because the state has 4 pages of regulations with respect to their
But
utility
it sounds
cabinets.
like the same thing.
I don't know. I know that they have specifically
Yeah.
said this
Has
is
to
what's
be vinyl
permissible.
wrap. Oh.
And I'm gonna work through
Gotcha.
the process, including applying for a permit and showing them what we're planning to do. But we're just piloting it at this point, but we'd like to obviously expand it. So that's an example of public art, but we've talked about, Lou, we've talked about other things in
I know.
that realm too. So mural is definitely something we're very interested in doing. I mean, I think the problem that we had previously with Rise Up was the identification of a wall, which I think does need beautification at the which Kevin was there, at the Fairfield train station, and running into the parking authority that had different ideas as to how that might or might not be accomplished. So I think if we were identify other locations throughout town, I think once we do a proof of concept, it might be easier to convince the parking authority this is okay. But we have some other sites in mind, so.
There's one of those electrical box wrapped over in the Stratfield section of town. They have maps on them.
Well, they did.
Have you ever
Wait,
seen
take it
them?
down?
Have you ever seen the utility
It's
boxes
down?
wrapped?
Sure, I have, but at the top of my head, I mean, I know that we do in Bridgeport, they've been painted.
Yes,
but
I saw them.
They look so cool.
Yeah, they do.
They're really cool, and a lot of them
I
have
saw
been done by
Stratford.
kids in the school, so a lot of what Rise Up does is we bring the community into almost everything that we do. So I push into the schools and I teach a mural leadership program, and we design stuff, so like right now in Derby, I'm doing one where they're gonna do a mural in their school. So I'm meeting with like 20 students, twice a week, and we're going through the whole program of, it's literally like a 12-week program, and at the end, we have a mural that goes up, and then we.
Good.
That's awesome.
So that's,
Can I-
we do that in a lot of the schools.
Can I ask if you guys, Lou and Christine, would be willing to meet with me and Lori to talk? for-
Yeah, I think we should.
Love that.
Yeah.
Excellent.
What ages in schools?
All ages, so I work with I was a Bridgeport art education teacher and a general ed teacher. I also taught in Fairfield for a while. I've been in various schools in Fairfield and Westport, but Bridgeport was kind of where my heart went to. So I've had years and years and years of experience. I've done murals in schools. I have my own mural painting business, like when I was younger, so I've been involved in this kind of stuff for pretty much my whole life. So this is like my thing, like this is what I want to do in Fairfield.
Well, thank you very much, Lori, and I enjoy your energy and the help you've been giving the commission, so thank you for all that.
And we'll be in touch. We'll have a
Beverly,
meeting.
did you have your hand up for
I
something?
did. I just wanted to circle back to the birdhouse program with our upcoming spring fling. Christine, I think you had asked for specs. So Audubon was nice enough to share the specs that they have and guidelines for birdhouses. So if you want to pass these around, this event is on April 24th. Here's some more here. So, we just wanted to make sure that right paint is used, the do's and don'ts of creating a birdhouse. I don't think you were here the last meeting when I talked about this. So we're very excited about this. We will feature the artists in the program. Certainly mention them in all the marketing and press releases and everything that we do. We hope that we'll at least get 6 artists who would step forward and create the birdhouse. The design theme is shoreline. So it could be a boat, it could be a lighthouse, it could be a bird, it could be a crab, it could be a fish. I mean, it could really be anything that kind of makes you think about our beautiful beaches and the shoreline animals that we have in Fairfield. So I hope that some of you will participate, and if anyone needs this electronically, so Mark, I'll send it to you, and if you could share as well. We're really excited about this, and we really like working with the town and the commission and bringing these together as partnership, and then Audubon as well. So both will be mentioned everywhere. And so any questions? I know the clock's ticking.
Oh, you got plenty of time. You guys are.
Okay.
I know Courtney and Matthew probably have 6 people.
Represent the same height.
I think that Matthew and Courtney probably have 6 people who could build birdhouses.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Hopefully get more.
Yeah, so it's a step forward and a good try. And again, merging the Chamber of Commerce together with the art community is something that I personally look forward to doing.
Thank you, Beverly.
Thank you.
Did anybody have stuff other business? Yes?
One of our sponsors, Sturgis Ridge, one of their sales reps reached out to me because they actually have a gallery space in Sturgis Ridge and they're looking for artwork to be hung. So I don't know if there's anyone out there in Fairfield that would like their art to be displayed, but they definitely have a need.
Cool.
There are plenty of artists.
David, did you hear that?
One thing.
Including me.
I did.
Okay.
And it's near their like kind of like sewing nook, the puzzling, so it's a really nice space, but yeah, they're looking for artwork on their walls.
Yeah.
You can talk to Katie or contact me and I'll put you in touch with her.
Is there an opportunity that the Arts Commission can reach out as the Arts Commission to try and get artists to showcase as part of our initiative? So that we get our brand name out there.
I mean, I'll just confirm with Kelly. Yeah, oh yeah. So,
We have a laundry list, which is great, so.
yeah, because I know that's what people are hearing. I'm like, there's this white space where you can hit artwork, so.
Hearing that a lot.
Anything else?
Does Dave know about that? 'Cause-
Yeah, just ask about it, yeah.
I decided to join you. It's very interesting to see what's happening. Art Place has participated with Sturgis Ridge some time ago, as we have with other retirement communities. We have an opening reception this Sunday. You're all invited from 2 o'clock to 4:30. There will be refreshments and the artists exhibiting, I am one of them, will be talking at 3:30. And we look forward to having interaction with you. I'm hoping to get our members more involved in what you're doing and look forward to it as we move forward.
Thanks, David.
Does anybody have anything other business? All right, public comment. Anything from the public?
Covered everyone in the public.
That must be it. Good comments.
Okay. Take a motion to adjourn. Second. All in favor? Aye. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Have the rest of the night off.